Hey guys, happy Resurrection Day today. And so let's get into chess and let's begin. Okay, I'm going to do a marathon on Wesley, so I said I was going to do that. I did game 3 for Wesley So yesterday. So I'm going to have to start and do 1, 2, and then we'll start four after that. So okay, I'm gonna have to. I did 3. I didn't think I should do it in order, but now it's a lot easier to do that. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, Fabi's white and Wesley's black. This one, sadly, Wesley lost. But remember, you can even learn from losses. Okay. And that's the thing that we need to remember to do. Okay, don't feel bad about losses. Learn from them. Okay, the Cataline. A lot of players play Cataline. The Cataline opening. It's very popular for white. And see, like, what we're going to also talk about is how to use the engines too. I'm starting to use the engines for studying, and so I'm going to try to bring you guys along with me on how to use it. Okay, so don't worry, we'll get there. Okay, he moves back. Let's see. I gotta ask a question. Does it actually say to move back? Probably. See, look at Wesley did the engine move. See, the knight move was best. D5 was the engine move. Castles. Castle. So they're playing end. You see how when you start playing engine moves, you start getting those lines down. You start getting a rhythm, and you'll start to see how things work when you use the engine. C6, B3. The engine wants. Let me see. What does it want? Hasn't decided yet. See, let's see if they start. Let's see if they're playing engine lines. Just hold on. See, it's what the engine does is it goes through a database of millions of games, millions and millions, and it goes into games that apply to the position or the picture at hand of the board, and it'll pick the best game and it'll pick the best move from that game. And that's why they're so powerful is they can sort through millions and millions of games. The engines can, and then they can pick potentially the best move. So see, Fabi plays the bishop move, which it liked rook here. The engine liked rook to D1. That's what it liked. So it liked the engine liked A6. See, A6 is what it liked. But it actually helps white out. So Wesley played not H6. What am I thinking? Hold on. Go back. A6. Or sorry, H6 is what it wanted. Wesley played A5, which is okay too. Like there's like sublines. If you go down here, guys, watch. If you come up here and you put in how many lines do you want to see, you could see all the way out to 5 lines. These are 5 lines that the computer sorts through. See, it goes there, 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 there. And you can pick which one you want to go for. and each one has a stronger analytical line to it. That's why you kind of let it run until it comes to the end, and then you can look at all these different move sequences that the computer thinks are good, and you can take those out further and learn from them as well. But we're just going to go over the game for right now. So I just wanted to share with you that. Remember, guys, it's not a sprint in chess. It's a marathon. They even interviewed Fabiano's parents when he won the candidates tournament, and you know what? You have to be patient. You have to be really patient. So, excuse me. You have to be really patient because it took him 2 years to get back to where he was to be in this candidates tournament. And so, you know what? Think about it. 2 years. So he had to be patient. He had to build up his repertoire. He had to be ready so that when it was time, he could win the candidates tournament. So just remember that. When you start wanting to play chess games and you get tired and it's like, how come I'm not improving? How come I'm not doing this, this, and this? Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So every day builds upon every day. Just remember that. So h5 for Wesley. He moves back. He moves back. b5. Let's see, one sec, gotta check something out. Hold on. Okay, one second. I apologize. Just give me 1 sec. I have to AFK just for a second. That's fine. Not a problem. Won't worry about that later. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, c5. b4. And Wesley's trying to... I believe this was his first game versus Fabi. I think he's trying to expand on the queen side. So I'm trying to think, what does b4 do here? It almost traps the queen, so maybe that's part of his idea. What is the best move here? And we're going to take down the lines to just 1. Otherwise it's like, what in the world? Let's just go to 1 main line. There we go. So it does like that move, okay. And I think what Wesley's trying to do is get his kind of get the position locked down on the queen side to kind of maneuver in. Excuse me, I'm not sure about. And then now he's seeing if he can't. He's gonna lose a pawn here. D takes e5, and just 1 second. Just gotta just write down one thing, guys. Just give me a second. There we go. Sometimes you gotta write a note to yourself so that you don't forget. Now it's off the back of my mind. I had something I wanted to do later, but I wrote it down so I won't forget it. Because I want to spend the time with you guys. Okay, this takes. So Wesley has a really good majority. He's got a queenside majority. He's kind of got. It's really odd. He's got like 2 candidate pawns if you think about it, because there's 2 pawns that aren't that don't have pawns in front of them. So both these pawns are candidate pawns. G3 was played because Fabi was threatening mate in 1. Not G6. Sorry, G6, not G3. Bishop F4. Okay, Queen B6, and he's trying to take scope on that, so E6 was played, and that A4 is played, so it protects the pawn. B3 to attack the queen. A takes B, A takes B, and then Queen E2. Why didn't he play here? There's no stopping. If he can get bishop to D, then he can get bishop D4, attacking that pawn and that pawn there. Interesting. Okay, so he's attacking there. Okay, so let's go back here. Yeah, and black resigned here. So do puzzles. Let's take a look. For some reason that's different. Okay, dokie. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. So queen c4. Yeah, I'm trying to build a study plan thing so that we can go over and what we're going to start to do. I got to mark down that we just went over a game one, so now we're going to try to do them. I'm going to make sure I organize and do all of Wesley So's candidate games, and then we'll start moving to, like, if you guys would like, to Fabiano, and then we'll just start up the ladder from there, and we'll get them all done, and that's a night. We'll try to do one a night, or if you guys have a game that you want to share some, more than happy, put in there, we'll go over it. It's all about learning, and the best learning is actually through games of like Grandmasters, and if you kind of found a game recently that Magnus played or one of those, you could do that too. Let's see here. Always feel free to type in and to help out with puzzles. There is no wrong question or answer. We'll go over it and find out, because you know what, sometimes I miss lines, and so you guys really help me get back. Sometimes what, that's one thing that really helps when you guys chime in and write down lines. That helps a lot. So feel free to do that. Let's see here. Okay, the queen moves here to c4, attacking our bishop. So that's under attack. We do potentially have, if we go h5, queen, so h5, queen, okay, h5, queen takes bishop, h6, and then there would be no way to stop. So here, there, he can't come back to stop our queen from going there, because our rook guards this open file. Let's see. Is there anything else? Anything? Let me see. If we move here, he snaps that off because he doesn't want a mate happening here. Our best opportunity is there, so that if he takes, the queen checks. The rook moves over. Sorry, the king moves over to h8, and then yeah, I think it's h5. See, pawn takes, 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 check. If rook takes, check. If king comes up, then we have check. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check. King moves over, takes, moves over. I don't know if we're to draw at that point. But takes there, takes. It takes here, check, check. Rook slides over, check. But here, there, push, up, check, and then you have to go back, and then we can move straight up and mate. Yeah, it's bishop takes. Yeah, that was a good idea on the recapture with f7. We should, let's see here, because we have bishop d3 that we can play, which would be an interesting move for sure. And that would attack the queen. Then we can play queen takes h6 with a discovery. That does, let's see, there. And we can't check at that point because of the knights there. So this knight stops our rook check. So kind of we're forced to retreat out now. We don't have our rook check. Yeah, exactly. You're right. I agree with that line that you were saying about the queen takes. Yeah, when the rook was here. Yeah, when the rook was there in that line. This really stops that whole chain that we were thinking of. So I don't really see anything better than to retreat back, because that gives us a one tempo move. And well, she could play there. Well, if he does that, that's a blunder, because then we just go check, and we win the queen. So that'd be a silly move for him, for the opponent to do. So here he's gonna have to potentially play something like maybe queen g4. So I'm just trying to see, is there anything else better that we have? Nope, don't see anything. Oh, okay, dokie. That's different. Okay, let's see why this one doesn't work. Oh. Oh, he's attacking our rook. Okay. That makes sense now. Okay, that was a tough one. Let's see here. We're right with the queen, so he's got to attack there. Let's see here. So bishop takes, queen takes. We don't get enough. Nothing, not enough. Boy, this is a interesting one. Trying to see here, here. Let's see if we play it here. Drat, this is a puzzle for sure. Don't just look at the threat. See if we can use his threat. No, we don't accomplish anything with that. There it is here. Queen takes. and then pawn push. Let's go back a little bit because I'm kind of a little stumped on his idea. What did he leave behind? Kind of wondering if we don't play here, and then we don't play this rook over there trapping the queen. And then when she tries to retreat there, we bring our rook up. Let's give that a shot. Oh, okay. He can't take here because... Okay. I did not see that. I gotta say that's more than a 2200 level. Let's see. Threats check. I'll leave this puzzle with you. One sec, I'll be right back. see, what do we got here? Okay. Okay, let's get back into the fray now. If we play here, he plays there, takes, check. King moves over. I don't know if we get anything for that. Let's see here. Potentially. Let's see, if we played here, he plays there. We can retreat out, and then if he plays here, then we could play our bishop up. Which we could intercept there. So if we played here, here, there, intercept with the bishop. Okay, so that's an idea. Let's see if we can find any other ideas that applies. When this was opened up, let's see the Euclidean principle. What did it leave behind? It left up behind this whole diagonal to attack the rook. So I'm wondering if here, there, takes, and then takes there. Let's give it a shot. Huh. So you pull. Why don't you just move? That's oh. Okay. I missed that totally. I can't believe I had the right idea and just missed the bishop takes. Okay. First we move there to defend. He pushes. Pushes. And so he's probably gonna move over. Okay, let's see. We could take. Here, here, there. 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 Nothing. Queen. Let's see, if we take here, he takes there, and then we slide our rook up there, and then if he tries to, well, he could try to take there, couldn't he? Ah, Nikes. There's always a weakness in the position. Just gotta find it. What am I missing here? I don't understand why. Let me see something. Okay, so he just takes at that point. Okay. At least we know. Man, there you gotta step this up here. Gotta visualize these tactics. Okay, let's see. this move to d5, knight d5. We have pawn takes, bishop takes, b2, rook moves. So, do we accomplish anything with that? No. Let me see here. Let's hone down and do this thing. Okay, when this knight moved, let's talk about our idea so we can get this thing. When this knight moved to d5, it allowed us to have this whole diagonal which attacks the b2 pawn. Which, so let's just say we take, right? We could take. So, excuse me, we've won a whole R. Now that we look at it, bishop to g4 is an interesting idea. Rook slides over there. Then we can drop our knight in here and do a huge attack. Yeah, I like that. Oh, the rook could take. Okay. But if we take, okay, if we take here, okay, we're up in exchange. Gotcha. So we had the right idea. Just I missed that one take. So we're on the right track. We're getting our thoughts back. So that's what's important. We'll get this built up. Not a problem. Huh. So this is under attack. He'll be 2 moves away from mate, so we have 2 moves basically that we can use for our plan. See here, there. He's threatening mates, so we gotta stop that. So rook takes bishop, pawn takes. There's takes bishop, queen takes. That's a check. He comes back and takes with check. Oh, and then we get a very not fun mate. Ay, ay, ay. I believe this is forced, though. We have to take there. Otherwise, well, it's mate. There, dude. If we take here, takes there. If we take there, he mates. So that doesn't work. Take here, take there, right back here, and he goes from here, there. That's mate. Let's see, is there any way? That was tough. Because if we take here, if he takes here, we first take there, yeah. If he takes here, we take there, and he comes there, and we have mate and 1. Okay, boy, that was a tough one. What level was that? Let me see. Rated 2200, okay. let's see, here to here. It puts it right into a pin. Potentially we have a that's an idea, but the only problem is that would happen with the knight. So if we play here, that happens with the knight. So if we play knight takes knight, knight takes bishop, knight takes, king moves, and then queen takes. That's the only thing that makes sense in this scenario. So we can move here, but we don't accomplish anything. This loses the queen. This, the queen gets under attack. Well, actually, then we can actually take there, can't we? Then when knight takes, we take. So here, there. So it's gotta be this. Wow. Stay in the fray. That's one idea. Also, we have that. Or there. Then we win a rook. I'm trying to see if we have anything. Anything. So here, if he plays there, we take with check. If it comes up, we play queen check. If it comes over, we play check. And then when he moves, we move our bishop and we're up a whole piece. Yeah. So bishop takes, pawn. Knight takes, pawn takes bishop. Knight takes check. King moves over, knight takes rook, rook takes. So here, there, there. Here. We don't accomplish anything really get a pawn with that idea. Let's see, anything. Is there anything better than that bishop takes? I don't think so. Nope, the bishop takes is the move. takes. There we go. Snapping. Let me smack that off the board. And then we get our knight involved in. We're up an exchange. So it takes. It takes, 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 takes. The bishop takes is interesting. Okay. We take here, he just moves his king. If we play bishop takes, rook takes. And we can actually take the queen at that point because it's pinned to the king. Ooh, interesting. So here, there, and takes. And we've taken the queen. Let's see if we play rook takes f7. Rook takes f7, bishop takes. Let's see if rook takes f7, queen takes, check. And we're actually equal material actually with a bad pawn structure, so that's equal. So here, 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 there, there, the discovery, those tanks. I don't know. I'm liking more of that tanks. Huh. Say pawn takes f5. Okay, pawn takes there. Check. Goes back. Queen check. Intercepts and mates. So that's one line. So here, here, there, there. Checkmate. So here. There. Takes. There. There. Takes. And then the queen that's right here checkmates right there. So yeah. Queen a5. Pawn takes bishop. Check. Check. Mate. Well, yeah, and then the bishop intercepts and it's mate. Okay, rook takes rook. Only move is here. Intercept, and we should have a win there. Okay. We're doing good here, guys. We're doing good. We gotta get some of our points back, but that's, you know what, that we just have to stay dedicated to the plan of finding it, don't overthinking it, and going with it. Okay. There's rook f4. So if we play rook f4, that forks these two pieces. It forks the knight, the queen, and the bishop. So if we play up here, and let's say the queen comes right up here, we can actually win the knight and attack the. So if he comes down here, we can win there. And then the queen is attacking that queen. So try to see if we play here. If he plays there, we win the queen. So I believe, let's see, if we play here and he plays back, we play bishop takes on knight. We're still attacking that bishop. Oh my. Why doesn't that work? Oh. So that's the only move that, I forgot about the pin there. Come on. I believe we win a rook. If we play, nope, he's gonna retreat back. Pawn takes. trying to see, because if we take here, if we take f takes g5, we can push and then cause a mate here. So if we take here, he might try pushing here, but if he does, then we win the bishop, because he can't take back because of this rook. So here, if he pushes there, we can just bring our queen up. And if she tries to move there, we just slide over and grab that pawn with check. And then if the queen intercepts, we take. Queen, come on. Queen takes, king takes, our rook takes. More like, actually the queen can't intercept there. Yeah. So then we bring our queen up here. Trying to see which one do we move. If I play there, he could play queen here and get out from the pin. If I take here and he takes there, we got it. What number was that one? $1900, okay. Okay, if we play pawn takes, knight, knight takes, bishop check, pawn takes, check. Then we move the king. So pawn takes, here, check. There, and yeah. Queen takes, bishop, knight takes, and we always can bring our queen back here. Yeah. There we go. If knight takes, knight takes, rook takes, bishop takes, king takes, so here, 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 there, and we win the queen. So here, here, there, and we win the queen. So here, 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 we win the queen. So I believe we win the queen. Let's see, does have an attack here. After here, you could play there. But remember, we take with check at that point, so it doesn't matter. And then after he takes back our knight, we move our queen here, and it's, or we could just take with our bishop at that point. Yeah. Because if he takes here, we win there. So, boom, baby. Alrighty, now we're warming up. We're warming up again. Well, yes. Let's see if we if he plays up there, let's see, what can we do? We do have knight d5. Go knight d5, bishop takes. So I'm wondering if it's not bishop. Bishop f1, bishop takes, king takes. If knight there. Knight d5. He takes our pawn. Play here, he takes. We take. He plays there. Potentially it might be bishop c6. Now that I think about it. Well, then he has knight there. Well, if we go bishop d5, pawn push. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Let's see, then if he goes C, if he goes here. I think it might be this, and then he provokes that. We take there, or here, takes, and that guards his pawn. And then if he tries something like that, we push. If he tries over here, we push, and then he takes, we take. So I believe it has to be knight d5 if I'm not mistaken. But the only problem is once this gets traded, he then can stop us from our post there, and he's a little bit better than we are at that moment. So I believe that we have to sacrifice his pawn to grab that pawn, and then we sacrifice his pawn for that bishop, and we win. We have a bishop and a knight versus a knight. So I believe that's the move. It also stops the knight from coming in here. These 2 points as well. So here and here. Yeah, let's give it a go. There we go. We'll do one more, and then I'll add a log. Glad to see you on, Super. How's your resurrection day going? Yeah. He's alive and unforgiven. Heaven's gates are open wide. Yep. We did good. You just have to, I gotta remember not to get trade greedy, as they say. Let's see here. Okay, if we play there, takes. Oh. Yeah, that's interesting. Here we go. So if we intercept with that's cool. You know, that's what it's about. Family. Spending time with the family. Okay. And chess is also fun to do too, so you gotta love that. I think that's the only let's see here. Yeah, I believe that's the only way to kind of accomplish anything is actually to intercept. Because if we try moving, the pawn takes, and then he's able to get in behind this, and then he can even trade if he needs to be his rooks, and he has 4 versus 1 rook. So I think he could actually win in this scenario. I've seen somebody win who had 4 pawns versus a rook, and you just have to get your guys walking down the board like a fine-tuned army. But this actually stops that, because if he plays here to prevent that, we take, and there's no way to stop the queen. So if we played here and he took, we took, he pushed, we push, push, queen, push, and he's just too late. One move too late. We get check, and then we pick up the pawn. Yeah, so I believe that has to be okay. If we take here, he takes, we take one, queen, and then we still get that. If we take, he comes here, then we can do a Lucinda block. If he tries checking, we can actually move our king up at that point. If he comes up here, we push, takes, and then queens. So I don't really like pushing because then he has check. I think I don't know. Well, is it too trying to see, is it worth? I guess it potentially, I guess, yeah, we could check back rank, checkmate him at that point, because if he comes here, we just come there. Yeah, and then he has to be careful because we can slide our rook over and start attacking pawns, can't we? Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna end on that. Thank you, Super, for coming on, and thank you all for helping with the puzzles. We'll get it back. You know, some of them were like really hard, but we learned from them, and that's what matters. You know what, guys? Keep studying chess. Keep getting stronger. You know what? And remember, learn from your mistakes. That's the whole thing. Mistakes are gonna happen. It's what you do with them. Learn from them. Remember, always keep moving forward. You know, that's the whole thing. Keep pushing onward. Chess isn't a sprint; it's a marathon. And there's always a plan to position, like Hannibal Smith said. And guys, have a blessed